Morning student, welcome back in this class. I hope you are healthy and safe at your home. This is the class 9 subject social science, and today we are going to discuss chapter number 2 of geography, and the topic name is physical features of India. This is the lecture 3rd. As student, in previous lecture we have discussed about the different plates movement and the Himalaya mountain. So student, let's start. Today we are going to discuss some topic, and today we are going to discuss the northern plain area, and after that we will discuss about classification of northern plain area, and after that we will discuss about your homework solution. That question I have assigned in previous lecture. And you know student, northern plain area are formed by Himalaya river, and northern plain area are very suitable for agriculture. So student, let's start, and we will discuss about this part of below the part of Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand. Here Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, West Bengal, Jharkhand is the part of the northern plain area, and this area is very suitable area for agriculture because many river coming from the Himalaya, just like Ganga river, Yamuna river, Indus river and Brahmaputra river. So this area is very fertile for agriculture. And first, the northern plain area. The northern plain area have been formed of alluvial soil which have been deposited by the river system comprising the Ganga, the Brahmaputra and the Indus and their tributaries. Means the northern plain area formed by alluvial soil, and this soil have been deposited by three river system: Ganga river, Indus river and Brahmaputra river. Because Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus rivers are Himalaya river. When Himalaya river coming from the Himalayas, and they carry sand and silt. When sand and silt accumulated on one place, they form northern plain area. So we can say that northern plain area have been formed of alluvial soil because this area formed by three river system and its tributaries, means it's helping rivers also. So this area is very fertile for agriculture. And next is, these plains spread over an area of about 7 lakh square kilometer, means northern plain area covered 7 lakh square kilometer, and it is densely populated. Northern plain area are very densely populated because this area is very suitable for agriculture. So many people lived in northern plain area, and its width is 240 kilometer to 320 kilometer, and the length of the northern plain area is 2400 kilometer. So 7 lakh square kilometer area covered by northern plain area, and this area is very populated. And next is, it is agriculturally productive as it have rich soil, adequate water and favorable climate, because the northern plain area is very suitable for agriculture because it have rich soil, alluvial soil and adequate water facility and favorable climate, and it has a gentle slope. It has a very light slope which causes slowing down of river, resulting in riverine island. When many river coming from the Himalaya, and when river enter into northern plain area, so they formed riverine island. Okay, so these are the features of northern plain area, and you know northern plain area is very suitable for agriculture because northern plain area is formed by three river system: Ganga, Brahmaputra and Indus river. 7 lakh square kilometer area covered by northern plain area. Its length is 2400 kilometer and its width is 240 kilometer to 320 kilometer. And it is very suitable for agriculture because northern plain area provide us a favorable climate for agriculture. And next is, in northern plain area, various geographic features also found in northern plain area, just like riverine island. Means island formed by river, it is called riverine island. And second is doab, and third is distributaries. So first is Doab means the land between two river is known as the Doab, just like Punjab. The land between five river is known as the Punjab, and you know Punjab river is the group of five rivers, just like Indus, Satluj, Ravi, Vyas, and Jhelum. So we can say that Punjab is the group of five rivers. So we can say that Doab means the land between two rivers is known as the Doab. Next is Riverine Island. You know, student, many river coming from the Himalaya, and when they coming from the Himalaya, and they are involved in deposition work, and they flow very high speed. But they enter into northern plain area, their speed is very low, and they flow to gentle slow. So the speed of river decrease, and on that place they accumulated sand and silt, and after long year they formed a riverine island. And in the world, Majoli in the Brahmaputra river is the largest riverine island in the world. Next is riverine island definition, just like the river coming from the northern mountain, okay, and they carry alluvium to them and to the deposition work. And in the lower course, when they enter in the northern plain area, and their speed is very low, and due to gentle slope, the velocity means the speed of the river decrease, and where they formed riverine island. And in the world, Majoli riverine island situated in the Brahmaputra river is the largest inhabited island in the world. So this is the feature of riverine island. Northern plain is distributary. Distributary means distribution, just like when river coming from the Himalaya, after that they enter into northern plain, they split into numerous channels, they split into many rivers in short rivers, so it is called distributaries. And example, just like Hooghly and Meghna is a distributary of a river Ganga. So there are three features of northern plain area, just like Doab, riverine island, and distributary. Next is classification of northern plain area, and the northern plain area is broadly divided into three sections, just like Punjab plain, Ganga plain, and Brahmaputra plain. Just like Himalaya mountain, they are divided into four parts, just like Punjab Himalaya, Kumaon Himalaya, Nepal Himalaya, and Assam Himalaya. So same northern plain also divided into three sections, just like Punjab, Ganga, and Brahmaputra. So discuss about Punjab plain, and you know beta, those area covered by Indus and Satluj rivers, and this area is covered by Punjab plain area, okay. And after the Ganga and Tista river, those area lying between Ganga and Tista river, it is called Ganga plain. And after that, those area covered by Brahmaputra river, it is called Brahmaputra plain area. So next is Punjab plain. Firstly, Punjab plain, the feature of the Punjab plain, the western part of the northern plain. Punjab plain is located in western part of the northern plain, and the Punjab plain, it is formed by Indus and its tributaries. Indus tributaries means Ravi, Byas, Satluj, Jhelum, and Chenab. And Punjab plain, the most part located in Pakistan. So those area covered by Indus and its tributaries, it is called Punjab plain area. Next is Ganga plain area. Ganga plain area, its extent between Ghagar and Tista river, means those area covered by Ghagar and Tista river. Ghagar river lie in the Shivalik range, and it originate in Himachal Pradesh, and Tista river originate in Sikkim. So those area lying between Himachal Pradesh to Sikkim, it is called Ganga Plain area, and it spread over the states of North India, just like Delhi, Haryana, UP, Jharkhand, and West Bengal. So all this area, it is called Ganga Plain area. Next is Brahmaputra. Brahmaputra plain, because Ganga, Indus and Brahmaputra rivers are Himalaya river. So to the east of the Ganga plain lie the Brahmaputra plain area, means near the in Arunachal Pradesh area, it is called Brahmaputra plain area, and they cover the areas of Assam and Arunachal Pradesh area. So the northern plain area have three sections, just like Punjab plain, Ganga plain and Brahmaputra plain. Ganga plain area covered by Indus and Satluj river, Indus and Satluj and its tributaries also, and Ganga area covered by Ghagar to Tista river, and Brahmaputra river, it located in near the east of the Ganga plain, and this area covered by Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. And the next is relief feature of the northern plain area. The northern plain area are generally known as the flat land, but there are some different relief feature also found in northern plain area. Because in northern plain area, some area are very fertile, some area are for very suitable for agriculture. So on the basis of relief feature, northern plain area can be divided into four parts. So firstly, we will discuss about Bhabar, Tarai, Khadar and Bangar. So next is firstly area near the Shivalik range. Near the Shivalik range, it is called slope of the Shivalik range below 8 to 16 kilometer parallel to the Shivalik range. In this part, it is called Bhabar, and this is called Bhabar, and near the Bhabar, this area, near the West Bengal area, it is called Terai, and after that some area just like here is Bhabar and Khadar also found in northern plain area, because just like Punjab, Haryana, in near the Punjab, Haryana, UP area are very suitable for agriculture, na. So this area is very suitable agriculture because in this area soil is very fertile for agriculture, and this type of soil, it is called Khadar. And other part of the northern plain area found different type of soil, just like Bhangar. So some area are very fertile, some area are very unfertile. So let's start. Firstly, we will discuss about Bhabar. And the first relief feature of northern plain area, it is called Bhabar. It is a narrow belt 8 to 16 km wide, lying parallel to the slope of Shivalik range, and the Bhabar area is comprised of pebbles which are brought down by rivers, because many rivers coming from the Himalaya mountain, and they carry forward some sand, silt and big rock and small rock when they enter into Shivalik range. And on the foothills of the Shivalik range, they formed a narrow belt, and its width is 8 to 16 kilometer, and it's lying parallel to the Shivalik range. So this area, it is called Shivalik range, and this area, it is called Bhabar, and it is the feature of northern plain area. And the Bhabar area is comprised of pebble, because many pebbles accumulated on one place, which are brought down by Himalaya river. After second feature of northern plain, it is Tarai region. South of the Bhabar belt lie Tarai region, found in the south part of the Bhabar, and it is wet, swampy and marshy region, because due to availability of water, Tarai region is very wet, swampy and marshy area, and Tarai region is vast forested land, because due to availability of water and full of wildlife, animal, but clear to create agriculture land, because many people migrate from the Pakistan after partition. So Tarai region is located in the south of the Bhabar belt. After Tarai region, next feature is Bhangar. Bhangar means old soil. It is called old alluvium soil, And second is it is less fertile. And third is it contains the conquered nodules, and it is found in upper course of the rivers. So Bhangar soil is not fertile for agriculture because it contains the conquered nodules, and Bhangar soil is found in the upper course of the river. So we can say that it is an old alluvium. And next really feature of northern plain, it is khadar, and khadar means it is new alluvium soil. And new alluvium soil, it is very fertile for agriculture. It does not contain the conquered nodules, and it is found in the lower level in the plains, and they are renewed almost every year. And the khadar soil is mostly found in the nearby Ganga river. So just Punjab, Haryana area is very fertile for agriculture because it does not contain the conquered nodules, and it is renewed almost every year because Ganga river renewed almost every year, they coming from the Himalaya. So on the basis of relief feature, northern plain area divided into four parts: Bhabar, Tarai, Khadar and Bangar. And on the basis of rivers, they divide into three parts: Punjab plains, Ganga plain and Brahmaputra plain. So these are the features of northern plain area. Northern plain area is very suitable for agriculture. So student, today your homework solution. Question number first. Write any three features of Himalayas. And answer is: the Himalayas lie on the northern border of India like a physical barrier. They separate India from Central Asia. And second, the length of the Himalaya is about 2400 kilometer, and it varies from 400 kilometer in the west to 150 kilometer in the east. Point 4. The Himalayas, geologically young and structurally fold mountains, stretch over the northern border of India. And fifth, Himalayas also provides a natural protection to India from any kind of invasion from outside. Sixth, it also acts as climatic barrier since they protect the northern plain in winter from the freezing cold winds. Question number second. Which is the highest peak of the world? Where is it situated? Answer is Mount Everest, and the height is 8,848 meter, located in Nepal, is the highest peak in the world. Yes, next question is question number third. How are the Himalayas divided into west to east direction? And answer is the Himalayas are divided into four sections in the west to east direction. First is Punjab Himalayas, and it includes area lying between the Indus and the Satluj, covering large part of Jammu and Kashmir and some part of the Himachal Pradesh. Second is Kumaon Himalayas. It includes the section between the Satluj and the Kali river. And next is third, it is called Nepal Himalayas, and it includes the section between the Kali and the Tista river. Question number 4. Point 4. Assam Himalayas. It includes the section between the Tista and the Dihang. Next question, question number 4. Which are the three main ranges of the Himalayas? Describe briefly. And answer. First, the Himadri, and it is also called greatest Himalaya, and it is also called inner Himalaya. Second, the Himachal, lesser Himalaya, and third is the Shivalik, and it is called outer Himalayas. And the features of the Himadri, just first is the northernmost range is known as the Himadri, and average height is 6,000 meters. Point second, it is the most continuous range of the Himalayas. Third, it contains all the prominent Himalayas loftiest peak like Mount Everest and Kanchenjunga. And next is the Great Himalayas are perennial snowbound. And second is Himachal or Lesser Himalayas. This range lying to the south of the Himadri and forms the most rugged mountain system. Second, composed of highly compressed rock means it composed of metamorphic rock and altitude 3700 meter to 4500 meter, and the average width is 50 kilometer. And the next is Shivalik. Shivalik, it is called outer Himalayas, and the first feature is this is the outermost range of the Himalayas with average height 900 meter to 1100 meter. Second, the average width is 10 to 50 kilometer, and it is composed of sedimentary brought down by river from the upper Himalaya ranges. So student, today your homework, firstly you have to revise the topic, the northern plain area, and after that you have to write down question answer in your fair notebook. Question number first, which river has the largest inhabited riverine island in the world? Question number second, what are the features of northern plain of India? You have to write minimum 3 or 5 features. Question number third, what are Punjab plains and how are they formed? Next question, question number 4. How are riverine island formed? Question number 5. Write differences between Khadar and Bangar. Keep learning and thank you.